I'm going to come to Sanjeev Bikhchandani, if I may, my very good friend, and probably one of the most successful entrepreneurs in on the internet. I think you have to hear his stories one day. If whoever hasn't, please do follow him on YouTube as to how he built Naukri.com, and then how he's been involved in Policy Bazaar, how he's been involved in Zomato. He was also the builder of Bharat Matrimony. No,
Jeevan Sati.
Huh?
Jeevan Sati.
Jeevan, but that didn't work because there weren't too many repeat users, you see there. So that fell off. So that as he said, it didn't work properly because it didn't get coming back.
It's the only business, as one investor told me, the only business in the world where if you do a good job, the customer goes away.
That's right. He's a prolific investor and a huge philanthropist. So the extent of his philanthropy goes beyond bounds. Sanjeev, over to you. Would love to hear from you.
Thank you, Pramod. So I will give 2-3 examples, Pramod. And it's not just about not-for-profit startups. I think for-profit startups can also do good and can also serve underserved communities. So I'll give you 2-3 examples. So we have invested in a startup called DGV. Now, called DGV. Now, what happened was when demonetization happened, very shortly after that, there was a rule passed by the government which said that if you have more than 5 crores worth of transactions in cash in a year, you have to pay 5% tax. Right? Now, huge problem. Now, what happened to dairy farmers? Now, Amul would collect milk every day from collection centers and they'd pay the farmers in cash. Right? Farmer would get his money and he'd be happy. His working capital is daily. He's getting it. When this happened, Amul said, listen, we can't pay 5% tax and margin goes away. So they got the banks to open the farmers' bank accounts and began to deposit money in the farmers' banks. Now, the banks were often 10, 15, 25 kilometers away. And the money is there. The farmer has to go there specifically. Half day goes, going, coming. Okay, so the farmer would then go only once in 10 days. So working capital from a daily payment became collection once in 10 days. Big problem. So what DGV did was very simple. It tied up with a bank at the back, opened farmers' accounts, and at the collection center had a system of debiting the bank and paying cash. So Amul created the bank account for the farmer. The collection center operator, who was an entrepreneur and has tied up with DGV, would simply debit the farmer's bank and transfer the money to his bank, and over here he'd give cash. And once a day he'd go and withdraw cash, pay out the next day. They rolled this out, and with various cooperatives in dairy cooperative in starting with Kaira, but then other districts as well. And adoption has been tremendous. Now they're getting zero money for this because they're not charging a commission. But the plan is, hey, now I have data. I know which farmer is getting how much income. It's all documented. I can enable financing and loans, perhaps insurance. And the beauty is that because he's controlling the cash payouts to the farmers, he can deduct the installment at source on a daily basis or a weekly basis, and therefore there's no very low risk to default. Right? Now, this is a for-profit company. It has raised venture capital from 2 VC firms, including us. The good thing, and I think not-for-profits are great, but the good thing about for-profit is that because it is capable of delivering a return on capital, it attracts that much more capital, a different pool of capital, but okay. And the engine of scalability is built into the business model and the company because you benefit each time you grow because you make more money. Right? For the farmers, they're getting access to, they're getting access to loans. This problem of going to the bank has gone away. Right? Digital public infrastructure, for-profit company, venture capital.